Hey y'all, welcome back to Moments with Miss Amy. I am so glad you joined me. So I have to tell you what happened with this video. Oh my goodness. So I shot this video once already and you're not going to see any clips from it because I deleted it, okay? But I had this grand idea to take my phone and turn it sideways and go ahead and shoot the video straight up and down. It worked. I was able to stick my phone in there. I've got one of those pop sockets on the back. You have to sit it just right. I thought everything would be fine. It looked great on the screen. All was good. I went through. I shot this amazing. Okay, I shot a video. Anyway, and then when I sat down to edit it, it was sideways. No big deal. Techie me. I've learned how to take it and twist it. Well, I did, but because of how it was set up with the camera, it was a total different frame. And so it went poof, like this, and this is what you could see is this much of my face. So it's literally almost like if I shrunk all the way down, except that it brought this as well. And I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, you know me, I'm going to talk with my hands, and some of the times I'm going to move. And when I move, you won't even see my face. So I was cracking up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I still had everything here where I could set back up and go ahead and edit it, because it was so funny, like, y'all, for reals. So I had different shirts out and different scriptures that I was going to work with, and I was going to go ahead and shoot video after video after video, so that way I could have them done and just go through and edit it and have them ready to drop and be doing really good, being all, set and official and organized and, like a professional. Well, thank God that for some reason, I just couldn't, y'all know how I can talk, right? Okay, but I just couldn't come up with the words to do the other ones. And so I paused and I didn't, and ended up not doing the next videos, which is so good, because when I sat down to edit this video, I was like, oh, no. Can you imagine if I'd have spent over an hour shooting videos and none of them was going to work? Oh, my lands. And while I could say that that has nothing to do with this video, it actually does, because today's video, I'm talking about being our true, authentic self. And so there you go, guys. I was real, I was authentic, and I told you what had happened, what my plans were, and what happened with them. And you know what? That's the thing. I bring myself to these videos. You guys know this is Miss Amy. You're going to get Miss Amy. This time you're going to get her the next video, 10 videos down the road. I'm still going to be the same me. Only each time I may have grown a little bit more, not taller, although that would be so nice, but I may have grown a little bit more in some of the different things I do, because I'm working on being my success character. In my mind, the person that I am working towards to be, the things that I am doing, that I am working on improving, the things that I'm doing to make myself a better me all the time, because that's my measuring stick. That's what I hold, not up against anybody else, but against the me that I was this morning when I got up. Is that better than the me that I was yesterday when I got up? So my success character, I actually have a list of traits that I feel are important and that I help to make sure that I remember and that I'm working on doing, making sure that I'm truthful, making sure that I'm being consistent, making sure that I am continually learning and growing. But all that being said, let's get back to authenticity. What do I mean by that? By being your one true self. So let's look into scripture and we'll go on from there. So today's scripture is Matthew 15:8. This people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. What does that mean? Well, that means that the words that are being said aren't truthful words. Have you ever had that? Have you ever had anybody, back in the day we used to call it two-faced, I don't know what y'all call it these days, but where the thing that they said to you, you knew when you walked out the room was not the same thing they'd be saying to everybody else. You couldn't trust that person. Is that a person that you're drawn to hang out with? Chances are, no. And you know what? Don't be that person. We always want to make sure that we are being our true, authentic self, that we're not trying to be someone that we're not. So your true, authentic self, you don't have to worry about what did you say, what did you do, anything like that, because you are being truthful. You are making sure that what you say and what you do aligns completely with who you are and what you're comfortable with. I don't know about y'all, but telling a lie, generally to me, ends up being something that when someone tells one lie, then they have to tell another one, and oftentimes they'll have to tell another one. I wouldn't be able to do that because I can't remember the first lie. So let's not. Let's just be truthful. Let's be real. But that truth, remember where we were talking about some people will say something and then turn around and say something else? And I said, don't do that. Y'all, your truth needs to be processed before you spit it out. Make sure that your spam blocker is there. If somebody says, what do you think of this shirt on me? You don't want to be mean and be like, ooh, I do not like that shirt on you. I don't like how it fits you. Those are negative. That's not nice. Now, if you're an authentic friend and someone close to that other friend, and that shirt really doesn't look good on them, then perhaps you can speak with them about some of the things that you do or don't like with it. You can be like, I love the style, but that color, maybe there's a different color we could find or something like that. But in a general, you see somebody out, somebody asks you about it, find something you do like about it, okay? Maybe you don't like tank tops. That's what I'm wearing. Guys, I'm in Florida. It is hot out today. I'm so sorry. I know some of you are in places where it is definitely not hot. Some of you are actually probably snowed in. But for us, I choose to live in Florida. I love to live in Florida, and I don't mind the heat. I love it. But as my body gets used to it from where it was cold and where now it is really warm, I do seem to sweat more. So I wear a tank top because I'm more comfortable. So go back to that one. Maybe you don't like tank tops. Okay, that's you. This is mine. This is what I want to wear. But if I ask you, what do you think of my tank top? You could look at it. Maybe you like this color. You could say, I like that color. Or maybe you like the cool designs that are on it. Maybe you could say that. You don't have to say something that's a lie. Oh, I love it. I would love to have one of those. Please buy one for me for my birthday. It's amazing. Guys, then you're going to get it for your birthday and then, you're going to have to wear it. So don't do that. But make sure that what you say isn't something that's harmful for somebody else. Don't be mean and hateful. But at the same time, be authentic, be true, tell the truth. Looks good on you, but not something for me. Or I can tell you really like it. That was what my mom said. On a couple of my shirts that I seem to, I guess, wear more frequently, didn't even notice when she was living at home with me. And she says, I can tell you like that shirt. I see it on you a lot. Oh, maybe I should put on a different shirt. So we can find ways to say things to people without it hurting, and where we can be truthful and honest with them. But what else is your authentic self? Besides speaking and sharing about things, there's also what we do. Do your actions, do the things that you support, that you get involved in, interact with. Are all those things that line up with your true authentic character? Because I'm going to tell you, if you ever step out into something that is not your true authentic nature, you aren't going to feel comfortable. And when you don't feel comfortable, you just sometimes might have that little feeling across the back of your neck that's like, ooh, I don't belong here. I don't want to be here. Now, I know too, dealing with anxiety, sometimes that can try to kind of happen to us like, oh, school, it's not what I want to do. I don't feel comfortable. I don't like it. I don't want to be there. Guys, there are some things you need to get through and need to do, okay? So just being clear on that one. But I'm saying that if people saw you, what would they know about you? And is that really you? Do they know that you're a shy and quiet person that kind of stays off and watches everyone else because that's what you're doing? But maybe it's not who you want to be, and maybe it's not who you really are, but you think that if you do that, then somebody might come up and talk to you. Now, jump right out there. If you don't want to be back off and quiet and shy, unless, of course, you're supposed to be quiet in the room of whatever you have going on, okay? That we're not talking about that. But if you are like me, somebody who makes friends and goes up and says hi and gets involved, hey, can I help? What can I do there? Then do that. Don't think that you have to be something that you're not. Now, at the same time, if you are more shy, quiet, and reserved, you can be somewhere and kind of observe what's going on. When people ask you to step up and get involved, if you really don't want to, you can say, no, thank you. Honestly, I like watching everybody else do it. That's what I'm more comfortable with. People should respect other people's boundaries with that as well. That being said, it's never anything wrong with trying positive, healthy, good things. Notice I put that in there, okay? Because I don't want to be, you thinking, oh yeah, I should try, robbing a convenience store. No, all right? So, but something else I wanted to share about being authentic is when you are authentic, when you are your true self, and you don't make yourself try to be something that you're not, you actually feel better. And you actually draw more people to you. People like authenticity. We like knowing we can depend on somebody, we can trust somebody, we can know that what they're saying and what they're doing is really what they believe, and that we're not just dragging them along to somewhere that they don't want to be, and they're making us uncomfortable because they don't want to be there. So make sure that you live that authentic life, and maybe you haven't thought about it. Maybe you haven't taken the time to think about who it is you are and what things you do truly believe in and what you want to do and where you want to go. Take a few minutes and do that. Think about you and what it is that makes you happy and what you can do to let others see that authentic part of you. I don't know about you, but when I see somebody authentically happy and thoroughly enjoying something that they're doing, a story that they're telling, an activity that they're doing, and they're just relaxed and they're comfortable and just them, and they're not all like showy and, trying to just be just so and whatever, and just really being raw and real, I enjoy that. I love to see that in people. Those are the people that draw me in more. Those are the people that if they start talking and they start doing something, I can't help but stop and watch them or want to be involved in whatever they're doing because I can see their passion and they're authentic about it. They're not trying to draw me in or convince me to do what they're doing because this is what they need to do and they need you to do it too. But because they're excited, because they're happy about it, because they're talking and sharing and they're real about it, that's when I want to go. That's when I get drawn in. That's when I know this is somebody I trust, I want to follow. So think about those things. Make sure that you start looking at what you can do to make sure you are being your true, authentic self. And make sure that what your lips are saying is not far from your heart, his heart. Make sure that you are being real, the real you. All right, guys, leave me some comments and let me know what you think. Make sure you click like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click that little bell up there so you know when the next video drops. And I'm going to see you the next time on Moments with Miss Amy.